Hey Luke, you guys are put on the field first against Buffalo. That's usually not how it goes. He usually puts the offense out. But just what do you think about just as a linebacker putting the defense out there first?
I mean, I like it. I like going out there and just kind of setting the tone for the game. I always like going out first. It just it kind of calms me a little bit nerve-wise too, so I don't have to wait another 5 minutes or however long the offensive possession is before I get to go play. So it's good.
Is that something you like to see against Oklahoma?
Yeah, I mean, it all just depends on what Frost wants to do, but yeah, I'd want to go out there first.
Luke, you currently lead the Big Ten in tackles. Can you talk about how your confidence has maybe grown over your first 3 games of the season?
I mean, yeah, I didn't know that, by the way, but yeah, no, I just I feel like I've gotten a lot better from week 1, week 2 to week 3, and it's just I feel like I've put a lot more emphasis on finishing with my tackles and stuff. I had a couple missed tackles those first 2 games that I really wanted to clean up Buffalo and just kind of build on what I did at Buffalo to going on through the season.
To finish at this level, you have to. They're not always going to be these wrap-up form jobs. Sometimes you got to leap and you got to go at a guy's foot. How do you learn that? How are they teaching you guys to maybe use a shoulder or a hand and get somebody's foot?
I mean, Coach Ruud does a really good job of teaching us, you just got to scrap and claw to come up with a body part. He preaches that almost every single day, and that just comes with you have to be violent on your tackles, and just you have to finish the play.
Come up with a body part. I like that.
Yep.
Being a guy from in-state, what's your kind of thoughts just on the rivalry with Oklahoma, even though most of it occurred before you were born?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't So growing up, I grew up in Kansas, so I didn't know much. I really didn't know much about Nebraska, Oklahoma growing up because they were out of the conference by the time I really started watching college football. So, but going back, especially now and looking back, it was the biggest rivalry in college football. So it's really good to go out there and kind of continue it a little bit.
So you get the feeling this one is more for the parents and grandparents to savor?
I mean, you could say that for sure. Guys from the 60s and 70s. The game of the century is in the 60s, right? Or 70s?
71.
71. See? So shows you how much I know.
Luke, between you and Nick and Chris, was that the best you guys have played collectively as a team?
I thought we played really good as a group between all 3 of us. And then Snods and Va, Garrett Snodgrass and Va, they can play just as well as we can. I thought they came in and did a really good job coming in too. So we have a really good group, a really deep group.
What kind of stress does Oklahoma put on linebackers in particular, based on what you've seen of them?
I mean, they're a really good team. They do a lot of just different type of running and stuff. But they're just a good team. And it's just the same deal. Coach Ruud has been preaching it doesn't matter who you're playing. You have to prepare whoever your opponent is. So how I prepared for Buffalo, I'm going to prepare for Oklahoma. It doesn't matter. You have to just have your habits and just let your habits take over.
Stilley mentioned, Ben Stilley said that their dominant run plays are gap scheme plays.
Yep, exactly.
How does that change your role on the field?
I mean, you just have to know what to expect in each different defensive call we have. You have different rules, whether it's turn back, spill, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it just all depends on the call we're in. But yeah, we have to know what we're expecting, what the formation is, and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it definitely changes call to call.
In terms of speed, where does OU stack up with in terms of offenses you've faced in the past?
I mean, they're going to be the best offense that we've played so far this year. But they're just a really good team. They're fourth in the country, I think, for a reason. They're a good team.
You got highlighted this week as a conference player, defensive player of the week. What'd that mean to you?
I mean, I didn't even know till I was in the weight room, and I think JoJo came up to me and was like, "Hey, congrats, man." I was like, "For what?" But no, that's a huge honor for me. I really, it's just a big honor for me.
How well did Nick play next to you? I mean, he had, I think, 8 tackles, something like that. How well are you guys kind of feeding off each other?
No, Nick has been playing at a very high level this year. First 2 games, he played at an extremely high level, and he's just kind of been flying under the radar a little bit, in my opinion. But he's playing very good right now, and I think we feed off each other pretty well.
Coach Frost said he knew you could play here day one.
besides Coach Ruud, who's somebody, maybe a teammate, past or present, that really helped you get acclimated to college football? And when did you feel like, hey, I can make an impact here?
I think for me it was Josh Banderas, because he was my like a assistant at North Star when I was there my last 2 years of high school, and he helped me a ton with kind of what to expect at the college level and that sort of thing. So it'd definitely be him, besides like the coaches and guys on the team right now, that kind of like got me going for the college level.
So did you think you could play as well as you did right away when you got here? Or was there a certain point where you finally thought, hey, I can do this?
I mean, I feel like I'm a pretty hard skeptic on myself, so like I've always just kind of been like, well, I just had a good player, just kind of that deal. It just kind of happens to everybody. But I've just kind of been working and just putting my head down and just keep working and just try to never be satisfied with my performances.
Luke, does this week feel different for you, knowing everything that's going on with the increase in opponent and competition level you have on Saturday?
I mean, yeah, there's gonna be more publicity, I guess, to this game, but for me, it just doesn't change. Like it's just a nameless, faceless opponent for us. You just have to prepare the exact same way for any team you play, and you just have to keep doing what you've been doing. That's got me here. So nothing really changes for me.
Scott Frost said that you grew up eight doors down from his folks.
So I didn't grow up there. I grew up in Kansas, and then I moved up here to Lincoln. Then I was like 8 houses down from his parents' house.
Were you aware that was the Frost house? And
I mean, after I like went on a couple visits and stuff, he was like, "Well, where do you live?" And I was like, "So and so." He's like, "You live about 10 houses down from my parents." I was like, "Oh, well, that's neat." So yeah, I was kind of.
Never went trick or treating, right?
No, I didn't. No, I did not. Not as a junior in high school. No.
Still gonna look like a football player?
Yeah.
Hey, Luke, just kind of want to get your take on this. The guy from Fordham had 31 tackles. He followed that up with 28.
I saw that.
Saturday. Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
I mean, he's a really good player. I mean, there's not much to say. Like, he's just putting up unbelievable numbers.
16 tackles for you, and that's a full day
Yeah,
too.
I was super sore after that. Can't imagine what that man's going through. So.
Yeah, on that fourth down play, you made the play, and then Coach Frost kind of put his hand. Did he give you any crap for kind of leaving him hanging there?
He didn't at all. I didn't see him at all. I was just like looking to make sure the runner didn't get the first down, and then I just turned around to celebrate it with the teammates. So yeah, I didn't see Frost at all. I saw that video though where I just left him hanging, but not on purpose.
Is that as excited as you've seen Coach Ruud during a game? He's usually pretty. It seems from our perspective like he's pretty even keeled most of the time, but he was out there running around.
I mean, if you like pay attention to him, he gets fired up a couple of times during a game. So like, there's always a couple plays here and there where he really gets fired up. But yeah, he was pretty excited about that one.